Hello all, and welcome to Storytime with Auntie Vina. Today's book is looking at Rosa Parks, and this is from a series of books called Little People, Big Dreams. And it's lovely because it shows you all the people in history who have done amazing things. And Rosa Parks did some very amazing things in terms of making people have better opportunities and making things more equal for everybody in society, particularly people from the Black community. So we're going to find out what Rosa Parks did and where she did it. So are you ready? Have you got a drink? Have you got your snacks? Then let's go. Rosa Parks. Rosa grew up near Montgomery, Alabama in America with her mother, brother, and grandparents. She was very little and very brave, and she always tried to do what was right. Oh, they've got lots of land. It looks like they lived in a rural area with all your family around you. That's nice. When she was young, Rosa's grandparents told her stories about slavery when Black people weren't free to live like other people. Slavery was over, but times were still hard for Rosa and her family. Black people were treated very badly and told they were not equal to white people. This was during slavery, so you can see that people were brought over to America from African countries to pick cotton. I'm sure you'll find out much more about slavery as time goes on, and we'll look for more stories. And then the parents are telling them about the current situation. So it's where one group of people were treated better than another group of people, which isn't very fair. Every day, Rosa watched the school bus go by, taking white children to their big school. It didn't stop for her. She had to walk a long way to the one-room school that was just for Black children. Can you see that? So there goes the bus going to school, and this is Rosa and her friends and her siblings getting ready to go to their school. Rosa knew this wasn't right. She knew she was a regular person, just as good as anyone else. Lots of times she had to make sure other people knew it too. Sometimes we don't act very well because other people aren't acting very well. So we have to remember to think for ourselves and ask questions, especially if you think somebody isn't being treated very fairly. When Rosa grew up and got a job in the city, she couldn't use the same doors, lifts, bathrooms, or water fountains as white people. These are all things that made Rosa start to question, well, why is life like that? Why are things separate? And why is it feeling so unfair? She could ride the bus, but she had to sit at the back. Her life was full of rules that she knew just weren't right. Rosa fell in love with a man named Raymond who was trying to change the rules to be more fair and equal. Soon, Rosa started working too, trying to get more rights for Black people and help for those who were treated badly. She worked day after day, even when it seemed like nothing would ever change. So even though sometimes there's lots of rules and things can feel horrible, there's still nice moments in all of that. And Rosa now has a strong passion. Well, she's always had, didn't she? She always wanted to make things right, and now she has a job that allows her to do that every day. On her way home from the city one day, a bus driver told Rosa to stand up as a white person so a white person could take her seat. She was sick of rules that she knew were wrong. She thought, enough. She said, no. That must have been very surprising because that would not have happened at all in that time, not very often at all. Rosa was taken to jail. She wasn't scared because she knew that what she was fighting for was right. She might have been a bit scared. It's okay to be scared when you're doing something that you've never done before, or that you're the only person doing it, or you're the only one who believes in it. But if you're scared but you keep carrying on, that's when you're really brave. And so I think Rosa was being very brave by doing what she knew was a bit scary, but doing it anyway because it was right. When Rosa came home that night, she talked with her friends and family about what to do. She decided to keep fighting, no matter how hard it would be. So here's Rosa in jail, thinking about what happened that day. And now she's home and talking to friends and family about what they can all do together to make things change. And as you can see here, it wasn't all white people who didn't understand. Some wanted to help. So we have to look at all different people and how they behave to know if they're good people or if they're people that need to have a think about their behaviour. Black people all over the city heard what had happened to Rosa. They thought enough. It says here, don't ride the bus, come to a meeting. Rosa inspired them to stop riding the buses until the rules changed. So they walked to school and to work and to the shops in all kinds of weather. That is very strong-minded. Because in that time, I'm sure you didn't live just around the corner from where you needed to go. But when you really believe in something, you'll do what's necessary. Rosa travelled the country from New York to San Francisco to convince other people to join the fight. Working together with like-minded people can make amazing things happen. Finally, after 1 year, the Supreme Court decided that treating black people differently from white people on buses was wrong. The rules were going to change. There's Rosa on the front of the newspaper. It was no longer safe for Rosa to live in Alabama. She moved to Detroit and fought for fair schools, jobs and houses for black people. She fought for voting rights, women's rights, and the rights of people in prison. I know, it's a lot of work to do, isn't it? And we're still working on these things now. Making changes can be very, very slow. When Rosa was an older woman, she was given awards and told she was a hero. But she knew who she was. A regular person, just as good as anyone, you and me. And she had work to do. So all the medals and all the applause and all the people telling you how wonderful you are, it doesn't matter. You just have to stay focused and you have to keep on doing the things that you care about and mean a lot to you. This is what Rosa Parks looks like in real life. Let's see. Oh, we haven't got, I think this is maybe, yes. Here's Rosa as an older woman. Can you see that? Wow. That was a nice book. Rosa Parks. Wonder how many other people are out there who've done amazing things to help us make the world the way it is today. Still needs some work, but maybe you're going to be the next person who changes the world. I hope so. Until next time, I can't wait to see you on Storytime with Auntie Vina. Join the community by joining on Instagram or Facebook, descriptions in the box, and subscribe so you get the next story as soon as it comes out. Thank you.